Potato Cat, welcome to my channel. Today we are playing Tokyo Dark. The last time we went on all of our quests, we got a plushie for the maid and solved the cat poisoner, and we also used the law to get Godo to leave high school girls alone. I guess. Ish. And we found the 3 cranes, and now we're talking to this old dude. Alright? Let's continue. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine, what do you want to know? I find it interesting that someone like you would drink on the job. Huh? You mean at the hostess bar 2 weeks ago? Yeah, what of it? It seems so obvious. A mistake. Why did you make it? It felt good. I don't know. For information. That's why I chose it. It was for the case. I didn't think I'd get information otherwise. Not that it changed anything. On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? He was an idiot. The hostess wasn't helpful. A witness saw him. Yeah, a witness saw him. A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is it? Some sort of psych test? I came here for answers. Enough of the games. It's no game, detective. It is. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? You wanted information to use against me? Seems you've already got enough. Blackmail? How pedestrian. Simplistic. No. I have no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to understanding. To an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle eye symbol is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show such little patience, detective. Surprising considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reina. She's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? To keep her talking. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I should have. She didn't deserve it. For one, I didn't want to, unnecessarily shoot a person. 2, also to keep her talking. The situation was hopeless. The best I could do was keep her talking. Learn as much as I could. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've only taken your medication once, after all. Perhaps it's only a delusion. Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting, perhaps. You told me enough. Yes. This is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... what was it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask questions now. What are you? Where is Tanaka? Is he alive? I'm only going to be able to ask one question, aren't I? Yeah, what is with the mask? I don't know why, but I get a hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Reina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. The most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. Why did Reina want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself. It all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with that mask. The Kawana? The shrine meeting girl. Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. What are you? A dressmaker, a cap reader, a blackmailer. It seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. So, what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desire, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place for you, detective. I'm exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was enough for knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the, how did you put it? Yes, clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us consider your problem. Where is Tanaka? Is he alive? In the dark? Whether he lives? That is more difficult. The dark? That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can ye not be found? Can you not feel it around you? Following you at every turn? It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak? The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Rina. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho and a talent agency called Omega. Kabukicho? I know it well enough, as I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes shape, and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way, or it could tear you apart, like it almost has already. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now, you are the enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. How will I know when the path's been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia. An unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. It isn't going to be my firstborn. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. Bye, creepy dude. Okay. So, we're really good at investigation, so if we need to take our medicine, we can. If it'll let me go back home. Leave Akihabara. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight. and listened to the people on the street. The conversation seemed so pointless, part of the world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he possibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right. I was a puppet after all. I'm sorry you made the wrong choice that time, okay? That moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to two, and I had no choice but to march forward towards the leads I had been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all but confirmed. And I now had a means, however impossible to find them. Two paths. The mask and the dark. Both were necessary. I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help. As everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had two choices. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me. Can we go back to your apartment? No. Okay, so Kamakura or Kabukicho. One will teach me about Reina, one will teach me about the math. Let's learn about this math. Because it's the tool for the darkness, right? So let's learn about it so we can use it. I came here to find out about the mask, but there's something I've got to do first. 6 months ago I sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I thought of coming here to apologize to Mai Kawana countless times, but couldn't will myself to see her and be faced with my failure. I think of the fear and hurt in her eyes, and I feel nothing but shame. For my own peace of mind, I need to tell her the truth about that day and about how I lost control. Hopefully she can find it in herself to forgive me enough to help me with my investigation of the mask. Wait, it's fall. Why are there cherry blossoms blooming? It's like nothing's changed since that day. I'm seeing if there's... Oh! Oh, it's you! I was reading the papers and I saw your picture. And I saw the picture on the TV news. And maybe the 7chan message boards after I looked you up. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remember meeting you and I couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course, it's not good or anything, but you know, you never know who you'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, that's not to say any of it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad, but there's a lot of bad stuff on there. Like, wow. Pretty wild stuff. Are you done? Oh, right, sorry, yes. Hello again. Cherry blossoms. Where's Mai? Leave Kamakura. Mai's grandmother. Yeah, what is up with the cherry blossoms? What's going on with the weather here? It's fall. Why are there cherry blossoms out? It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry trees, the Prunus sherberta blah blah, autumnalis, that sometimes blooms twice a year. At least, that's what it says online. Who'd have thought we'd have them here in Kamakura? Well, I say Kamakura, but the only seems to be in this part of the town. Lucky, huh? A cherry blossom tree that blooms in fall. I've never seen it. Are you sure you've got your facts straight? It seems impossible. Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise? Yes. Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think? Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Huh? You say something? Why the gum face? Anyway, I hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease? No, I think they're creepy. Where's Mai? I'm looking for Mai Kawana. Have you seen her? Oh, you're looking for Mai again, huh? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the, happenings the last time you were here. I mean, I've barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. Maybe it's best you leave her alone. It's important. I talked to her. I suppose she'd be at the shrine. That's down the street. Like usual. Mai is very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. Okay, Mai's grandmother. Is Mai's grandmother still at the house near here? You want to see her? Well, she is still around, I suppose. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her getting out much, though. Oh, yes, that reminds me. When you were last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course. I heard that there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kawana is old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake. Can you remember anything like that? Oh, so you do know about it. That's a relief. Wouldn't want to think something so important was stolen by some riffraff, right? So, do you know when they'll return it? You'll have to ask HQ about that kind of thing, sorry. I did. I contacted them several times. They said they didn't know anything about it. They said they didn't have it. You don't think they're lying, do you, detective? They wouldn't lie about something like that. Something so precious to the sound, would they? I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken. Yes, that must be it. I'll keep trying. Enjoy your time in Kamakura. Thank you, weird guy. Okay, let's leave. I wonder if there's kitties around here. Let's walk slowly so I can see all the squares pop up that I need to see. Oh, the creepy house, the creepy paint. Still creepy, I see. All of the creepy. Knock. Go away. No visitors. Knock again. Okay. Fine. I didn't want to talk to you, old lady, anyways. Oh, there's the one crow. Hello, crow. It's going across the creepy bridge. I guess we'll just go to the shrine then. Cherry blossoms fell gently at my feet as I approached the Kawana family shrine. In front of me was my Kawana, still dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. She had seen me approach and stood there frozen and terrified, the same helpless look on her face as when she had a knife to her throat months before. This time, it was me she was terrified of. We were the only two people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. A familiar presence watching me from the shadows. What? No, we're not killing her. I'm not clicking on any of those things. I won't do it. I'll let time run out. No, not doing it. You can't make me game. No, I won't do it. Why now? Why her? I don't have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose. You, the detective from before. Why are you standing here? Why are you just standing there? Is it over? I'm fine. Sorry to scare you. I'm here to talk to you. See, I've never been good at apologizing. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. I should have come sooner. You're here to apologize? No. I didn't hear from anyone in 6 months. Police only talked to me once. And everyone here started avoiding me and acting like it never happened. I guess that makes me the last person you'd want to see now. After that day, I'm sure some police came by and told you that I was only following procedure. But that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. I didn't feel myself and lost control, putting you at risk. Sounds vague to say I lost control at such a crucial time, I bet. But that's the truth. The truth? It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly. But every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I imagine the only other one who understands that is you, Detective. Your name's Ito, right? It's quiet here. It's hard to imagine something like that day in April really happens in a place so peaceful. But it did. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask the redhead girl was after, and she denied knowing anything. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that the mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma has been the same since that day. Hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about darkness and purity. I'm so worried about her. My gut tells me that mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry. Listen to me, rambling away. I thought you don't care about any of that. The truth is, I think you're right about the mask having something to do with all the strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? Then let me help you. I don't know anything about... Maybe Takashi does. Oh, sorry. Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma. He left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but he refuses to come back and visit. I get the feeling he knows something I don't. He won't even tell me about how my parents died. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor at a kendo dojo in Asukasa, in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the kendo world. It sounds like he'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You can try. He's never been very good at opening up to strangers, though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for helping me, Mai. Can I ask you anything else? I'm so happy I didn't shoot you, because the mask told me to. I wish I could click on other things. Seems like it would be helpful. Okay, no. I guess we'll just leave then. Still the wrong crow. Old lady. Go away, no visitors. Yep. Okay. I guess we're leaving Kamakura. to find about Asakusa. Asakusa, the home of Shinsoji, one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of traditional culture around by the city's high-rise. Okay, Asakusa it is. My investigation up to that point led me to this. What is this weird gloopy thing? It's not a bush. My investigation up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Turns out, his kendo dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukimura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. It is a bush. Okay. Hello, weird bush. What is that? Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Okay. Oh, kitty! Meow. I'm not going to buy octopus balls. That seems like a bad thing. It's going to be like, oh, you're so unprofessional because you bought octopus balls. Look. Tourists, likely. I can hear them speaking English. My English isn't so great, so I doubt they'll be of much help, but I wonder what they're talking about. Luckily for you, I am fluent in English. Hello there. Is there someone? His name is Gary. Hi, Gary. Hello there. Is there something we can help you with? Huh? I don't speak Wait, Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. As a college professor, it wasn't. I'd probably be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work in Japanese software companies, so I'd be a bit of trouble too. Don't look at me. I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo, in the suburbs. Whoa. I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry, I never would have thought. Would you prefer to speak in English instead? No. No, please. Japanese is fine. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be nosy. I guess I don't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? No. We come to Asakusa every year, and the yukata just became a part of the tradition. After a while, guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh? Don't knock tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold, though. Yeah, yukata's a summer thing, bro. Why are you wearing those? In the fall. You guys must know about Takashi's dojo. You guys come here every year. You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for a kendo dojo where Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area. Kawana? Why does that name seem so familiar? Oh, right. He's that kendo instructor at the dojo behind us. People say he's some kind of prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly, he's very particular about who he trains. I suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense when you think about it. With how good he is, he must have a ton of wannabe kendo masters coming to him. Seems like he trains a lot of police too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen a few come in and out. All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I've heard talk about an interdepartmental kendo tournament. It's become a matter of pride for the different regional departments. I wish Mike worked in martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out. The unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a good smack to the jawline. Haha. Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have to use force all the time, much though. All that much though. Yeah, anyway, how do you know so much about the dojo anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa, and I don't know anything that specific about it. Well, we'll find out why Gary knows so much in the next episode. I am Tato Cat. Have a wonderful morning, evening,